Claire Jensen had always believed her life was predictable. At 45, she had built a successful career, raised her son Jake as a single mother, and found solace in her routines. That predictability was shattered the moment Jake brought his new girlfriend, Emily, home for dinner. Emily was unlike anyone Claire had ever met, a vibrant 25-year-old artist with a magnetic personality. Her laugh was contagious, and her thoughtful insights made even mundane topics seem extraordinary. From the first moment Emily stepped into Claire's home, an unexpected connection sparked between them. The evening started innocently enough. Over a homemade lasagna dinner, Claire found herself enthralled by Emily's stories about her travels, her artwork, and her passion for social causes. Claire couldn't help but admire the way Emily's eyes lit up when she spoke. As Jake stepped away to take a call, Emily offered to help Claire clear the table. They moved in sync, passing plates and utensils back and forth. In that brief moment of closeness, Claire felt a jolt of something she couldn't name, a warmth she hadn't experienced in years. Over the weeks that followed, Emily became a regular presence in their home. She and Jake were inseparable, but it was Claire with whom Emily seemed to form a deeper bond. They would spend hours talking about art, literature, and life. Claire admired Emily's fearless approach to the world, and Emily, in turn, seemed drawn to Claire's quiet wisdom. One rainy afternoon, while Jake was out with friends, Emily stayed behind to help Claire reorganize her attic. As they sifted through old photo albums and mementos, Emily uncovered a forgotten painting Claire had made in her 20s. "You painted this?" Emily asked, her voice full of awe. Claire blushed. "A long time ago. I haven't picked up a brush in years." "You should," Emily said, her tone earnest. "You have so much talent." In that moment, Claire felt truly seen. It was both exhilarating and terrifying. Claire tried to ignore the growing feelings she had for Emily, but they became harder to suppress. She started avoiding the younger woman, hoping the distance would help. Instead, it only made her yearn for their conversations and shared moments. Meanwhile, Emily began noticing Claire's retreat. One evening, she confronted her in the kitchen. "Did I do something wrong?" Claire shook her head, unable to meet Emily's eyes. "No, of course not. I just think it's best if I give you and Jake some space." Emily hesitated before replying. "I don't think that's the real reason." Everything came to a head during a family barbecue. Jake had invited friends over, leaving Claire and Emily to handle the preparations. As they worked side by side, their hands brushed while reaching for the same plate. Claire froze, the contact sending a shiver through her. Emily didn't pull away. Instead, she turned to Claire and whispered, "I think we need to talk." Later that evening, after the guests had left and Jake was distracted, Emily found Claire on the porch. Later that evening, after the guests had left and Jake was distracted, Emily found Claire on the porch. Later that evening, after the guests had left and Jake was distracted, Emily found Claire on the porch. "I'm not blind, Claire," Emily said, her voice soft but firm. "I feel it too." Claire's breath caught. "Emily, this isn't right. You're with Jake." Emily stepped closer. "But I'm not in love with Jake." Their confession didn't stay hidden for long. Jake overheard a late-night conversation between them and confronted Claire in anger and disbelief. The family dynamic shattered, and Claire was left grappling with guilt and heartbreak. Emily broke things off with Jake, unwilling to perpetuate a lie. She gave Claire space to process her feelings but made it clear that her love was unwavering. Months passed before Claire found the courage to reach out to Emily. They met at a quiet cafe, the air thick with unspoken words. Finally, Claire spoke. "I've spent my whole life doing what's expected of me," she said. "But for the first time, I want to follow my heart." Emily's eyes filled with tears as she reached across the table to take Claire's hand. "I'm here, Claire. Whenever you're ready." Their journey was far from easy, but it was theirs. Together, they faced the challenges of an unconventional love, proving that happiness is worth the risk. Claire picked up a paintbrush for the first time in decades, inspired by Emily's belief in her. Her first piece was a portrait of Emily, a testament to the love that had transformed her life.